Oakland Raiders defeat the Houston Texans 27-20 in Mexico. You're watching the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment, here to recap the Monday Night Football game in Mexico between the Oakland Raiders, Los Raiders, and the Los Texans. I don't know, I'm going to stop speaking Spanish now. And this was a game that I thought was actually pretty good. And with Brock Osweiler, he still had some horrible throws. His interception was god-awful. He should have been intercepted yet again in the fourth quarter. David Emerson had an interception right in his belly, and he didn't come down with it. I don't know why. He couldn't catch. Okay, the guy tried to catch it. You know, whenever you see a cornerback or a defensive back, they jump and they try to absorb the ball. You know they're a defensive back because no wide receiver is going to look at a ball coming right to them and is going to jump and try to hold on to it with all their might. Okay, he's a defensive back for a reason. So he dropped that easy interception. But beyond those two throws, Brock Osweiler did okay, better than what he's been doing. Last week, this guy threw for 99 yards, okay, on 27 passes. So I'm doing better than that today, throwing for over 240 yards. That's good for him. I was not in love with his time management, though. His clock management was awful. We heard Jeff Fisher's dumbass yesterday talk about after the game, we thought Jared Goff did a good job. He had no delay of games, and I disagree with that. But hey, when you look at Brock Osweiler today, he had 2 delay games, so that wasn't good at all. But beyond those 2 delay games and those 2 interceptions, I thought he did okay. And, you expect him to put up about 20 points, and he did that. Okay, so until the offseason, this is what you're going to get from Brock Osweiler, and you're just going to have to live with it, and your defense is going to have to bail you out. Okay, that's just what's going to happen, and today it didn't happen. This Texans defense had huge holes, especially when it came to their safeties. Quentin Demps and Andre Howe, they disappointed time and time again, as well as the Texans linebackers, Bernardrick McKinney, and their other inside linebacker that I can't remember right now. I don't think it's Brian Cushing right now because I believe he's injured. Whoever else they have right next to Bernardrick McKinney did not play well. They let these Raiders running backs get open in their backfield time and time again. Not only their running backs, but their fullback, Jamaze Olawale. These guys got out to their backfield and got multiple huge catches. Jamaze Olawale with a 75-yard receiving touchdown that was a go-ahead touchdown for them. It looked as if the Raiders were in some serious trouble until this huge touchdown by Jamaze Olawale. You saw Latavius Murray with a huge reception. You saw Jalen Richard with a huge reception for a touchdown. These Raiders running backs were so key in the Raiders passing game today because these Raiders wide receivers, Michael Crabtree, he didn't do anything today, okay? He could have had a touchdown today, but he dropped it as he was going to the floor. He didn't do anything beyond that. Amari Cooper had a 35-yard touchdown, and it was good, okay? And you saw Quentin Demps and Andre Howe. They missed him. They should have tackled him. A.J. Bouye got blocked up, and he got the touchdown. But you still saw these Raiders, these Texans cornerbacks, they did a good job of suppressing these Raiders wide receivers, saying, y'all aren't going to get yours today, and they did a good job of that. But these Texans linebackers and safeties did not do their job in the passing game covering these Raiders running backs and fullbacks. You have to understand when you're facing the Oakland Raiders, these guys are versatile. They can catch passes out of the backfield on a consistent basis. You have to look out for that. They didn't do that today, and they lost this football game, I think, clearly because of that. And also, I was very disturbed by the Bill O'Brien decision-making yet again. This man has no confidence in Brock Osweiler, and this was held true and evident yet again, as in the fourth quarter, with a chance to go on 4th down, 4th and 4, only one timeout remaining for his football team, about 3 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock, at his own, I believe, 45-yard line. Bill O'Brien has an opportunity to go for it, to let his offense go with only one timeout, and he absolutely fails, does not take advantage, does not give Brock Osweiler and his offense the chance or the opportunity to get the first down that I believe they could have gotten. I would have put the odds at 50-50. It was 4th and 4, but they'd had some success moving the football on these Raiders cornerbacks, to be quite honest with you. At least when throwing to DeAndre Hopkins. Will Fuller, no, because this guy's just been taking a leave of absence. No one knows where Will Fuller is. Ever since he played the Vikings and he got knocked around, this guy's been absolutely absent. He hasn't done anything since that Vikings game. They just, they beat this kid's confidence down. They beat him down physically and mentally. He missed 2 games after that, and he's missed all the games after that mentally, okay, to me. So when you look at this Texans team, though, okay? And number one, Bill O'Brien. Look, I know you don't like Brock Osweiler, and it's very evident, or at least you don't trust him. You don't think he's good. You don't think he's worth anything. But if you're going to win the AFC South, and right now the Colts are coming, man. I think their schedule is pretty favorable. I think they're going to beat the Steelers this Thursday night. You're going to have to put some faith in Brock Osweiler, especially next week, as you go up against the San Diego Chargers, and they're going to put some points on you, and you're going to have to put some faith in Brock Osweiler to make plays. Either live or die with Brock Osweiler. Your defense, it's good. Your cornerbacks are good, very good, in fact, but you're going to have to put faith in your offense and your quarterback. That's just the only way, okay? That's the only way you're going to win football games. They're not doing that right now. They're hoping that LR defense can do everything for us, and they're not going to do everything for you, and they lost a football game. Okay, when it comes to the Oakland Raiders, impressive. You got a victory yet again. And with the Raiders, they're not the New England Patriots in that they're going to face this team and that team and that team and that team and blow them out. Okay, they're not that good. But don't think that means they can beat the Patriots, because I think we're going to see an AFC Championship game between the Patriots and the Raiders. And right now I'm projecting the Patriots to win that football game, but do not sleep on this game, because I'm already seeing a lot of people sleeping on this game saying, oh, the Raiders have no chance, they have no shot. Yes, the Patriots are more impressive in that they would probably blow out the Texans today. In fact, they did earlier in the season. They would probably blow out the Bucks. The Raiders didn't blow out the Bucks. They'd probably blow out more teams than the Raiders blow out teams. But the Raiders are always right there. They got a little behind against the Chiefs early in the season, but they're always right there, and they just do enough to win the football game. So if you give this Raiders team a shot to go down the field, you're up by 4, you're up by 5, you're up by 6, and you give this Raiders team a chance to go down the field and win the game, man, they're going to win the game. They've done it time and time and time and time again this season. You need to look out for this, Patriots fans. If you give Derek Carr and this Raiders team a chance to win the game, they are going to win the game. They've proven it time and time and time again this season, and I believe they're going to continue to prove it time and time again this season, and even in the postseason, be very afraid of this Raiders team. Defensively, Khalil Mack continues his outstanding play this last month, had another sack today, had 2 quarterback hits. Bruce Irvin got a sack today. He needs to step up. He stepped up today. He had like 10 tackles today. Great job by him. Malcolm Smith had an interception today. He's not been the player a lot of Raiders fans thought he would be. When they signed him, they said, oh, we have this great line. He's not great. Okay, but he's pretty good, and he can make some big plays. And today he had an interception today. He had like 10 tackles today. Good job by Malcolm Smith. And it was a really good interception, by the way. You also saw, what's that idiot's name? Carl Joseph, who they drafted in the first round. He had a number of tackles there. He was flying all over the place. So this Raiders defense, they're not that good, but they have players that can make plays. So when it comes to them going to the playoffs, don't be surprised if they pick off Tom Brady once or twice. If they sack Tom Brady once or twice, they're going to give up, probably 27 to Tom Brady. But the question is, can this Raiders offense score 30 or 31 to win the game? And they can do that. Okay, and that should be scary to everyone who faces them, because yes, their defense isn't good, but you're probably not going to score 30 on them. You're probably not going to do that. They have enough players to prevent you doing that, but while they can score 30 on you, okay, they can do that, okay, and they've proven that time and time again. Look out for this Raiders team this postseason, because to me, they're already going there. I don't care. They're 8-2. They could lose every game here on out. Technically, they could. They're not going to. They're going to go to the playoffs. To me, they're going to win the AFC West. And to me, they will be in the AFC Championship, and from there, we shall see what happens. When it comes to the Houston Texans next week, they face the San Diego Chargers, and I'm worried, okay? This Texans team, they beat these teams that they should. They've done that this entire season, you know? They beat the Titans, they beat the Colts, although very closely, but they did beat the Colts. They beat the Jaguars, they beat teams that they should beat, so they should win next week, but I'm not buying that. We'll see. When it comes to the Oakland Raiders, next week they go up against the Carolina Panthers. Be careful, but it's a game you should win. Okay, the Panthers will probably keep it close, but the Panthers, they did win last week, but I didn't think it was that impressive. I expect for the Oakland Raiders to win that game. We'll see if they end up winning that game. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this Monday Night Football game between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. What are yours? I want to know. Comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. Peace.